Hi everybody, it's Carrie from KDS Insurance Service in Texas. Happy Friday. Hope wherever you are having a wonderful work week, and I hope your weekend is phenomenal. Thanks for stopping by today too. I do appreciate that. I know how busy we all are. Today I wanted to talk to you about a subject that I've talked about before, but I've had a lot of people call and ask for some additional information and guidance on how and what to do when there is an auto accident. So, thought I'd retouch on this subject again today. I think the most important thing that you can do, well, there's a couple, but first and foremost, you should always make sure that you have your insurance information with you at all times, okay? What I do, just to ensure that I have it, is I print off one for my car, an ID card I'm talking about, and then I print off one for my wallet. So that way I always have a valid ID card with me in the event that something happens, or if I'm pulled over, or whatever the situation may be. That's really important. You should be able to get that documentation directly from your online account with your carrier. Most carriers today have online access 24/7, so if it's on a weekend and you can't get to your agent, you can just pop out online and go to your policy, pull down a copy, print it, and you can also save it and send it to your cell phone, which I think is also a really great way to keep one with you at all times. You just send it to yourself in a text message, and then you save it to your phone. That's a really great way to ensure that you always have a copy of that ID card with you, because it is really important, especially if you're ever pulled over. So, having a car accident, I think the one thing that I want to stress most of all to you is when you're in a car accident and you pull over and you exchange your insurance information with the other party, it is so important that you not accept any of the responsibility at that moment. You don't want to say to the other person, I'm so sorry, it is my fault. I ran a red light, or I forgot to yield, or whatever the circumstances may be. Even if you have rear-ended somebody, do not accept responsibility and do not tell the other party that you are responsible, because they are going to immediately take that information and supply it to their insurance company. That's a huge part of the claims processing that happens with auto policies, because what's going to happen then is you're going to separate, you're going to exchange information. You should then call your agent and say, okay, this is what has transpired, and then your agent will give you advice whether or not you need to turn the claim into the other party or turn it into your own carrier. So there's that the first conversation, never ever accept responsibility. Never. Even if you know that it is 100% your fault, do not accept the responsibility at the scene. Now, if a police officer is there and he asks you what happened, then obviously you have to tell him and be honest. But don't accept the responsibility for the accident. Just tell them exactly what happened. Then exchange your information. Then you need to call your agent, discuss with your agent what happened, and then your agent will say, okay, well, it sounds like it is your fault, so we should probably go ahead and turn in your claim to your company, or if you're rear-ended or there's another extreme circumstance, then your agent might say, well, it kind of sounds like it's the other party's fault, or the other party admitted fault. Then you would contact the other party's insurance company and open up a claim. Now, when the claims are opened and you're dealing with either your insurance company or you're dealing with somebody else's insurance company, I cannot stress to you how important it is to answer the questions you're being asked concisely and matter-of-factly. Do not expand. Do not give any more information than you are being asked for. We as humans have a tendency to want to elaborate and say, okay, this is what happened. Oh, but no, this also happened, and so also this happened, and so don't do that. Answer the questions succinctly and matter-of-factly. Answer exactly what they're asking, and don't give them any more information than you've been asked. Very, very important. Even when it's your own insurance company, I've been doing this a long time, 40 years, and I would just tell you, don't accept fault. Never accept fault. If your insurance company deems that it's your fault, then they're making that decision. Now, if you feel like it's incorrect, then absolutely you need to stand up for yourself and say, no, I don't believe that that's the way it's going to be. But the insurance companies eventually, especially if there's two parties involved, they're going to get together and they're going to determine whose fault it is. And to be real frank with you, a lot of times the carriers assign fault on both parties. So your insurance company takes care of yours and the other party's insurance takes care of them. That happens a lot, and the reason for that is to alleviate and eliminate litigation. Insurance companies want to settle. They don't want to go to trial and all of that, and they just don't want to do that. They're always going to try to settle with you versus going down the road of legal action, because then everybody ends up paying, including the insurance companies. So have your ID card, very important. Never ever assume fault ever to anybody, and then make sure you're contacting your agent so your agent can give you sound advice. If it's a weekend and you've got to talk to somebody, go ahead and call your carrier. Tell your carrier though, if you're not sure that you want to open up a claim, make sure you're telling your carrier that, look, I don't know that I really need to open a claim, but it's the weekend and I can't get my agent because it's the weekend, and I really need to talk to somebody and you're my carrier. But if you're not ready to open up that claim, make sure in that conversation that they know that you are not ready to open up a claim. Because what happens is claims reps get involved and then they automatically assume, let's open up a claim. And as your agent, and any other agent should be telling you this too, if you're opening up a claim and then it zeroes out, that still shows up on your record that there was a claim, even though there was zero money paid. So that's always a question mark then moving forward when you're shopping your rates. Well, what happened there? Did you get a claim? Did you get money and not fix? It just can become an issue, so be very careful about that. I hope this helps. I think those are the really key points that people get confused with. Never ever accept responsibility or liability. Never say that it's your fault unless, if you know 100% that it's your fault, they're going to figure that out anyway, so you don't need to help them do their job, okay? Just make sure that you have your documentation with you, because that's required by law, and exchange the information. Just don't assume anything. When you make a phone call to your carrier, then be very concise and to the point when they're asking you questions. Don't go into a lot of details, because it's going to make your life more difficult, I promise you. So I hope this helps. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel, which is Carrie Devlin Scroggins, because as you know, my channel is here to help you successfully have it all. And one of the ways that we do that is to help you become a better consumer, to understand the crazy, complicated, and sometimes boring world of insurance. It's my passion, though I've been doing it a very long time, and I would love the opportunity to help you. So please leave me a comment if you don't mind, like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell too so you know the next time I post a video. TGIF, have a wonderful, productive, relaxing weekend. It's fall and it's a beautiful time of the year. God bless everybody. Have a great day.